Good morning. It's Betsy with Shady Grove. It's a rainy Thursday morning, April 27th, 2023. And this is our farm tour. If you've been following along, you remember when there was nothing in these beds. We planted them out, and look at it now. This is our asparagus bed. Gotta do some work on the actual bed, but got my coffee. Look at this. This is what I harvested today. Wow. Asparagus. So you can kind of see what happens if you don't cut asparagus. We didn't cut this guy. He's getting big. And eventually it'll all turn into a big fern-like tree. And it'll drop these little guys, which will turn red. Asparagus is pretty invasive. That's why you have to put it in the containers, kind of like mint. But we have little asparagus shoots that grow up all over the property. I got another asparagus bed down there. So collards, amazing. Red Russian kale, Swiss chard, beautiful. Oh my goodness. The glorious pear tree. We probably won't get that many pears this year. Apparently every 3 years they kind of have a period of a year with no real pears or blooms. Plus we also cut it. This is dinosaur kale, a little bit different. These are garlic chives and some weeds. And then these are bunching onions we got from our friends the Caseys. Some more over here. And look, they're about to bloom. If you've ever seen a onion bloom, they're very pretty. Beets. Let's see how they're looking. These are touchstone golds, so they're gonna be more orange. They're just about ready. They're gonna bulb out just a little bit more. There's some Swiss chard intermingled in there. And some red beets. Too. Yeah. So, fennel coming along. If you've never tried fennel, it's delightful. It's a licorice taste, but when you cook it, it sweetens up a lot like a shallot or an onion maybe. It's very nice. This is our garlic / cilantro bed, and look at this. Little baby cilantros. Broccoli. Broccoli greens are really good in a braising mix with collards. They're a lot like collards. I'm gonna harvest a few of those today for Grayson Pharmacy. No real broccoli yet, but I don't see any florets yet. Lettuce. Again, you can see where we've harvested and it's coming back. This was our most recent harvest. See how it does, and then I still have all of this that'll go out this week probably. birdie hanging out with me. There he is under the broccoli. So these are cabbages, 2 different types. An Asian cabbage and more your traditional. The leaves are beautiful. You can put those in a mix as well with the braising mix. Dill. Oh yeah. Who wants some dill? That is beautiful. And parsley coming along nicely. So I haven't showed you this yet, but we got our first rows of tomatoes in. So we grow indeterminate plants and we string them up. As you can see, we've already started that process. And we cut all the suckers off and have one nice trunk. Looking good. These are a little bit younger. We've got Big Beef, German Johnson, Sakura, I'm probably not saying that right. All kinds. Green onions. And some more babies we need to get out. Peppers, tomatoes, squash, zucchini. Sunny. All right, lots going on. So these are kohlrabi. It's a German vegetable. Very interesting plant, very big. We need to harvest and eat these. You can use their greens in the braising mix as well. But you can slice these, eat them raw. And they're this crisp, kind of apple-y taste. Just very different, very good. Very fresh. So this is gonna end up being 2 more rows of tomatoes. So we'll get 1 more harvest off these greens. We've got arugula back here. We're trying to get seeds, but they're slow going. So we may not make it to the seeds. We'll see. Haven't gotten any yet, but we need to get them out of there. Peas. It's about time to kind of secure these a little bit better. Gonna tie them up. We're gonna do that in the next day or so. And then Paul side dressed these with radishes and they are just about ready. Very nice. So just getting a lot more production out of 1 row. He did that on both sides. Flower garden. Hey, Abby. So lilies, check this out. We have our first lily. Yay, so they're coming. These are about to pop too right here. Oop. I just planted some Daria. Well, hello. Right here, I don't know if you can see it. I'm excited about that. I really like these flowers. They're like a big explosion of small clusters of blooms. Hydrangeas. We kind of we went backwards on the hydrangeas this year. I can kind of show you here. So this plant used to be just as big as this plant. Just like this, so almost as tall as me, and all that's dead. So I'm cutting it back and we'll get to the green, which means we may not have too many blooms this year, but we have invested in a lot of hydrangeas. So this is a new one I just got. And I was worried it was dead, but check this out. Let me find it. There it is. Look at that. That is a little leaf. So it is alive. Another one. And then I've got 4 more right here. These are our dahlias we started from seed. These are our artichokes. And this is gladiolas. These are from early in our farming of flowers. They were in the front and I dug them up and brought them down here. Need to weed that. And then these are snapdragons. So again, this is our perennial flower garden. These should make it through every year, get better. We just sowed some sunflowers and those will actually come into the rows, the annuals. We also have zinnias and they'll be over here. It's just nice to have the flowers mixed in with the veggies. These 2 rows will be, one will be carrots and one will be Hakurei turnips and more arugula. And then here we have our carrot bed. Beautiful. They're about medium, small to medium right now sized. And then Paul also planted some radishes in here as well. They're pretty small. You can see one right there. They're coming. Let's see what a carrot looks like. Ooh. So still pretty small, but we're harvesting these, selling them as baby carrots. These are purple carrots. I've got some yellow in there and some red, but they're mainly purple. Yellow and orange, sorry. So pretty cool. That's the garden right now. Blackberries over on the far end, and then our apple trees. And we do have little apples. Hello. We'll see what happens. We've struggled a little bit with the apple tree, but this one's looking pretty nice, so that's exciting. This is a dying blueberry bush. For some reason, we have a hard time with blueberry bushes. I don't know if it's the runoff or what. But we buy them and they get nice and then they die. This one looks good. Look at this guy. Hello. Some little blueberries on there. Hello. So that's our garden. We've done a lot of work over at our sister farm, Chapman Farms. It's also in Auburn. Getting some rows ready. I'll have to show you some of that. So you can see we're starting to expand. So continue to follow along. We're about to move into summer crops. Whole different ball game. We'll continue to grow lettuce, carrots. We're seeding leeks today. We seeded leeks. Some more tomatoes. So like, subscribe, comment. You have any questions, I'd love to answer them. And follow along as we grow the good life.